to another episode of I Demand a Homestead. My name is Amanda, and today what we're going to be doing is an update on our previous episodes that we made on how to home cure a cut of pork from the neck called a Coppa. And so if you kind of want to go back and check out those videos, we'll talk about kind of how we put the Coppa in the cure, which is the salt and spices, how we let that soak, how we kind of wrapped it and let it hang. So we started this back at the end of March. It is now mid-June, so that is April and May. So that's like 2.5 months, okay? This took longer than it might have. I mean, normally this would be like 6 to 8 weeks. It's been a bit longer because I had them hanging in my root cellar, but it started to get too warm in the root cellar and I was worried about mold, so I had to move it to a fridge. But the temperature of the fridge was a little bit low. It was somewhere around 5-6 degrees, and so it doesn't kind of cure as quickly when the temperature isn't at that 10 to 15 degree range. So because it was a little bit lower, it took a little bit longer, but it's okay, we're here. So as we were kind of talking about before, it's important to kind of weigh your Coppa, and that way you'll know when it's lost 30% of its weight, and that's when it is ready to eat, and that is where we are. So they were on hooks, so I'm just going to take the hook off, and then you can still see it's got its netting, but we're going to take that off. The easiest way to do that is probably just to cut it. And then you can just kind of peel the netting back. So there is our Coppa. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to get a super sharp knife and we're going to slice it up. Okay. So you can get a meat slicer for this, and if you're going to do this on a regular basis, that's probably the nicest way to do it. But because I don't have a meat slicer, I just get a really sharp knife. And you want to try and cut this as thin as is possible. Oops. Basically just like a couple of millimeters, which is not so easy to do. But you can see it there. It's a beautiful piece of Coppa, and this is going to taste kind of like a salty, a little bit sweet. You can put that on a piece of bread. You can just eat it as is, and this stuff is excellent. So here is all the Coppa once it's all been sliced up, both of the two Coppa, and you can see that it makes an awful lot. And I can't slice it as thin as maybe it might be, but we're gonna package this up and have this for a long time. So if we take a piece here, you can see these beautiful kind of like bits of kind of connective tissue and fat, and all this lovely kind of striations in here. And this is a beautiful piece of cured meat. The flavor is just excellent. So here are our vacuum sealed packages of Coppa slices. And I have got different size packages depending on whether or not I'm thinking we're going to be like having company over. I might want a larger package, or if it's just for us, you can kind of put them in whatever size packages you want. But you know, and even if you want to start smaller, you don't need to vacuum seal this at all. I just like doing it this way, so that way it's ready to go when I want it. And it's a great alternative to buying prosciutto. This is an organic grass-fed heritage pig that we got this meat from, and I think it's a great way to connect with local farmers and to kind of know where your food comes from. So thank you for joining me for another episode of I Demand a Homestead. If you have any questions about this, please feel free to post them in the comment section. If you like this video, feel free to press the subscribe button, and we will see you again soon. All right, have a great day. Goodbye.